With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, I now declare that all the Honorable Judges have assembled. With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, may I request your Lordship to commence your Lordship's speech.
My esteemed brother Justice Praveen Kumar and revered Madam Srimati Susmita Reddy, esteemed sister and brother judges, Justice P. Lakshmana Reddy, Lokayukt AP, Justice Raja Elangu, former judge and presently member Tamil Nadu State Human Rights Commission, Sri S. Sri Ram, Learned Advocate General, Sri Janaki Rami Reddy, President AP High Court Advocates Association, Sri Ghanta Ramarao, Chairman Bar Council of AP, Sri Sudhakar Reddy, Learned Additional Advocate General, Sri Harinath, Deputy Advocate General, Sri Nagi Reddy, Public Prosecutor, other law officers, Learned Senior Advocates and members of the bar, officers of the registry, members of the judicial fraternity, respected family members of Justice Praveen Kumar and other honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here to bid a heartfelt adieu to Brother Justice C. Praveen Kumar, since he is demitting office today as Judge of the High Court of AP. He was born on 26th of February 1961 to late Sri Padmanabha Reddy and late Srimati Indiramma. After completing his school education from Little Flower High School, Hyderabad and Little Flower Junior College and BSc from Nizam College, Hyderabad, he obtained law degree from University College of Law, Osmania University, Hyderabad. He was enrolled as an advocate on the rolls of Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh on 28/2/1986 and joined the office of his late father, Sri C. Padmanabha Reddy, who was a senior advocate and considered to be a doyen of criminal law and a poor man's advocate. After a short time, Brother Justice Praveen had set up his independent practice and predominantly practiced on criminal side apart from constitutional matters. He was elevated as additional judge on 29th June 2012 and as permanent judge on 4th of December 2013. After formation of High Court of Andhra Pradesh at Amravati on 1/1/2019, he took over the reins of the High Court as acting Chief Justice and performed the duties as such till 6th of October 2019. Post bifurcation, the High Court was facing teething troubles with insufficient staff and lack of infrastructural facilities. Akin to the captain of cricket team, which he is as a good cricketer, and with his experience being the captain of newborn High Court, he shouldered the onerous responsibility, and despite troubles galore, he ensured that dispensation of justice and administration of the institution was unhindered. He was member of various committees, and his contribution as senior member of Administrative Committee number 1 and other committees is remarkable. He would always come equipped for the Administrative Committee meetings. After my taking over as Chief Justice of the High Court, I received fullest cooperation of Brother Justice Praveen. He was just a call away in times of need in decision making on important issues. He is affable, courteous, hardworking, and sans pomp. He is relief-oriented and liked by the bar. The invaluable services rendered by Brother Justice Praveen as the chairman of the committee constituted for establishment of AP Judicial Academy at Mangalgiri are commendable. Being the administrative judge of Krishna Judicial District, he had overseen the construction of multi-storied court complex at Vijayawada with commitment. Under his aegis, as Executive Chairman, AP Legal Services Authority, several Lok Adalats have been organized with amicable settlement of disputes, and various other legal services programs have been conducted as well. Brother Justice Praveen is an ideal of judicial excellence, treating everyone with respect and consideration. His opinions are models of clarity, no matter how complex the issues and how confusing the facts. He never forgot that judgments must be understood by the parties and the public, and that the judgments must provide guidance to the judges of district judiciary. His careful craftsmanship is evident in all his decisions, large or small. The range of his talent is demonstrated by his ability to deal complex matters on criminal side with elegance and clarity. He has been the unsung hero in enabling this court to get established despite daunting difficulties in the initial phases. His personality is filled of compassion and empathy. He always thinks of a solution which is legally permissible and favorable to the employees and litigants. Brother Justice Praveen, we are fortunate that you served as a judge of this court during the last 4 years from the date of establishment, and it may not be an exaggeration to say that you bear a large share of the credit for the success of the establishment. Many judges display judicial virtues of independence, impartiality, clarity of thought, and expression and legal ability. Few express them all, and to such a high degree as Brother Justice Praveen. He is unfailingly polite to those who appear before him. He is open to entertain arguments. He is always willing to listen to its explanation, and in doing so gives the person appearing before him the respect to which he is entitled. On the bench, he has maintained his concern for people interacting with law in the way he deals with the matters before him. All the epithets that are trite about judges are true to him. No one leaves his court with any doubt that they received a fair hearing and following judgment, substantial justice in accordance with law. Brother Justice Praveen, on a personal note, I cannot thank you enough for the help, advice and guidance you have given me since my arrival in this High Court. You are always available, prepared to discuss the views, and I think I can say that my job would have been much more difficult without your support. The judgments penned by Brother Justice Praveen shows his deep concern over the rights of the individuals and the sense of doing substantial justice. While deciding cases, he never adopted a pedantic approach and always tried to do complete justice. During his tenure, Brother Praveen disposed of about around 26,000 cases. This institution is losing a good judge, as Justice Praveen is hanging up his robes today. I am sure that even after retirement, he would always be eager to lend his helping hand whenever this institution requires his services. We look forward to continuing to benefit from his contribution to the law and to this court in the future. I will conclude my address with a poem dedicated to Brother Justice Praveen, which goes like this. Brother Justice Praveen, you have paid your dues, done your time, put in long hours too, and now you are ready to retire. That doesn't mean your life will end. Indeed, it's just about to begin. Great moments lie in wait for you, where life is free of schedules and time clocks. When the travel bug bites, you are free to take flights, and since you are the boss of what you do, retirement plans are all up to you. I wish Justice Praveen and his family members all the very best on my own behalf and on my behalf of my brother and sister judges. Thank you.
With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, may I now request the Land Advocate General, High Court of Andhra Pradesh, to deliver his speech on behalf of legal fraternity.
My Lords, the Honorable the Chief Justice, my Lord Sri Justice Praveen Kumar, my Lord the Honorable Judges, family members of my Lord Justice Praveen Kumar, family members of my Lords the Honorable Judges, Honorable Sri Justice Raja Elango, Senior Advocates, President Bar Association, Chairman Bar Council, Deputy Solicitor General, Public Prosecutor, learned Additional Advocate General, registrars and staff of the court. It is indeed a mixed feeling when I rise to say a few words bidding farewell to my Lord's Honorable Sri Justice Praveen Kumar. A tinge of sadness at having to visualize that we would not get to see the innocent charm of the senior most judge of this court in the court premises from tomorrow onwards. Happy though I am that as a judge, having performed at the most difficult and critical juncture of the evolution of this institution after bifurcation of the Common High Court, His Lordship would be demitting office, looking forward to a lot of fresh air, companionship, and pleasant surroundings around himself, not being curtailed or restrained by the weight of office he held. As an individual, if you happen to be a family member of a legendary father figure of the profession, Mr. C. Padmanabh Reddy, or an illustrious jurist like Justice Chinnappa Reddy, it is difficult to measure up to the legacy of such big names. Mr. C. Padmanabh Reddy, the grand old man of the profession, lived a life of frugality, courtesy, and pleasantness, and was a stickler to the handed down traditions of the profession, most notably and gloriously the Mehdipatnam Friday evening collegiality with colleagues. Being handled the mantle of such a great predecessor is both an opportunity and a challenge. While Sri Padmanabh Reddy lived the life of a torchbearer of a quintessential qualities of a citizen lawyer, my interaction with Justice Praveen Kumar began very early in my career, and I was fortunate, and I continue to be a fortunate recipient of a lot of affection from the Mehdipatnam band of lawyers that Mr. Padmanabh Reddy and Bal Reddy were known to be. When I joined the bar and we had a lot of free time, we pour over the list, and the criminal law court roster would have about 3 pages of matters, and 90% of the matters would have the name of C. Praveen Kumar. So I asked an office colleague of mine, a senior one at the bar, to introduce me to this Mr. C. Praveen Kumar, and I was introduced to Mr. C. Praveen Kumar, who struck me as a very simple, humble, and rooted individual. Considering the many advantages that all of us have, biologically or otherwise, and we are not coy to take advantages of it considering the competitiveness of this profession, here is a man that stood unassuming, wanting to be his own man, wanting to be comfortable in his own robes. This trait of restraint, of self-denial, of self-abnegation perhaps runs through the family. Mr. Padmanabh Reddy's ways with the remunerative aspect of the profession are legendary. The restraint of the man is historical and historic. We see that carried on forward by Mr. C. Sharan Reddy, who, not only having been the rightful holder of the genealogical succession, also is a budding and a lawyer in his own right. And he displayed a very rare, remarkable trait of carrying a lot of restraint while accepting briefs in this bar. A true tribute to the values that the family of Mr. Padmanabh Reddy imbibed in the succeeding generations. A thing or two needs to be stated about how Mr. Praveen Kumar would conduct himself in the office of Mr. Padmanabh Reddy. 10 or 12 years into the bar, I had to go to the senior's office to brief him on a matter. And by then I have been briefed that you are not to listen to Mr. Praveen Kumar because he wouldn't have a good thing to say about your brief. So I went in, briefed the learned senior and came out. And true as everybody else said, he said, "Me case for point le, dam le, order rather." Then, as with every case, the learned senior got us the interim orders. In 90% of the matters, Mr. Praveen Kumar said there won't be any orders. His father proved him wrong. And his demeanor in his office is quite striking. You enter into this office, and this is a very modest office in a very old city like surroundings of Hyderabad. You enter into the office, and towards the left corner, almost touching the wall, is a wooden table, and seated behind him is a very orderly looking, no scion-like, no hair apparent kind of looks in the face of this man. He would be poring over the files in front of him, And in case a lawyer is seated for longer than he has to meet the senior, he would summon the staff around to ensure that we get the audience with the learned senior. There were no airs about him. Now, a little insight to his personality as to how the man takes a few knocks, and these are not easy knocks that he had taken. He faced a few unpleasant moments in the period of time leading to his elevation. In those excruciating years, he did not lose his poise, and he would have been justified if he had been left with a feeling that he is perhaps being wronged. But he did not let such events affect his disposition at the bar. Likewise, towards the fag end of the tenure, it is possible that a certain stretch of journey to secure a completeness or a fulfilling finale to the career has not happened. But not for a moment did anyone at the bar come across Justice Praveen Kumar as being a little bitter or a little preoccupied with certain things which are not to be. And at the end of the day, after 11 years in a very punishing and sometimes hard environment, he still has a boyish smile. And except for his marital status today, we do not know how many ships he would have sought sail, was what Helen of Troy was remembered for, and how many hearts would have gone aflutter with his coy boyish smile is anybody's guess. Mrs. Reddy being here, I don't want to go further into the matter. I don't recall even one instance of any unpleasant word uttered by him at any point in time during his career. Perhaps it is about this kind of judges, the bar says, the judiciary with a broad shoulder. His loud, open-mouthed laughter in court and outside was a true mirror of an uncomplicated and a simple person that his lordship was. Soon after bifurcation, as a new institution in the year 2019, just to showcase his abilities as an institution builder, which the learned Chief Justice had elaborated upon, this institution had to be built the ground up. He shouldered the responsibility of being the Chief Justice at that critical juncture. He had a number of meetings with me and the bar to ensure that the bar and bench made optimal utilization of the limited resources available then. His pleasant and uncomplicated approach to the problems, in coordination with the other honorable judges of the court, helped resolve many of the teething issues at that time. It is fresh in my memory, the scenes of Justice Praveen Kumar and Justice Manamendranath Roy, the Registrar General then, walking through the corridors every evening to find out as to which place can be fixed and how, in order to ensure that the bar and bench had a pleasant stay for the 6 or 7 hours that he would stay here. He is truly an institution builder, and his lordship is leaving the institution better off in every sense of the expression. As a judge, the versatility his lordship showed in subjects ranging from arbitration, commercial courts, disputes, criminal law, which is of course his home run, the tax matters, clearly indicated the personality of uncomplicated resolution of matters before the court. Not for his lordship the conflict of having to be an originalist or a pragmatist in interpretation, or having to be a petitioner lawyer or a respondent lawyer in a matter. What he delivered was justice, which was clear in his mind, and his truly interpretative exercise in the matter of consumption of alcohol, about which I'll speak later, and whether it is a food or a food item for the purposes of taxing enactments, or the interpretation on how the Article 227 jurisdiction cannot be curtailed by the Commercial Courts Act, and more importantly, as to whether conferring the powers of being a Chief Metropolitan Magistrate in a metropolitan jurisdiction to Chief Judicial Magistrate of non-metropolitan area under the SARFAESI Act, a clear, uncomplicated, no frills attached, textbook, copybook judge of the original kind. Not for his lordship the glamour of judicial policy making. Not for his lordship the frills of finding out the subtext of the cause of action. What was the cause before the court engaged the attention of the court, and what was judged was the cause, pure and simple. Petitioners were not judged. The respondents were not judged, nor were the counsel. And I can go on for some more time. He is a quintessential judge who understood the role of adjudication to perfection. He would bring to his penmanship the authority of having belonged to the true and righteous DNA of a family of lawyers wedded to the cause of justice, unhindered by any other possible countervailing influence on that judge making. 25,871 disposals, 500 reported judgments. His Lordship exemplifies the judicial conduct the bar and the society expect of a judge of the court. The packed court hall today, with a few more chairs added to accommodate the sitting arrangements of the bar, is a clear, true reflection in the old style of how much my Lord's Justice Praveen Kumar meant to the bar and the other stakeholders. His Lordship is to leave our midst. Age had to catch up, even with the otherwise coy and otherwise fresh-looking judge. He will, however, be a contented retired judge with varied interests, including cricket, to pursue. I am sure he has much more left to offer to the institution and the subject of law, and I am sure he would have the time to respond to any needs in that regard. I thank Justice Elango for his Lordship's presence amidst us. The kind of mobbing the lawyers did to his Lordship when he's arrived into the court hall is yet another continuing saga of bar's abiding respect to judges who leave a mark in our hearts and minds with their judicial work. And Justice Praveen Kumar will be equally mobbed. Don't test us. Whenever he wishes to come over again to be in our midst in whatever formal or less formal occasion, now that your Lordships will no longer be lonely, I, on behalf of the fraternity, wish this wonderful human being, a graceful lawyer, a dignified judge, a happy, retired life of happiness, bliss and good health, quality time with his family and friends to catch up, and also, at last, a few remunerative adjudicatory positions which your Lordships perhaps need after the kind of life the entire family had led, with example of being frugal saints that CPR's family has always come to be known. May God bless your Lordships and your family.
With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, may I request the Land President of the Bar Association, High Court of Andhra Pradesh, to deliver his speech on behalf of legal fraternity.
My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Justice C. Praveen Kumar, and family members of the Honorable Justice Praveen Kumar, the Honorable Judges, Land Advocate General, Land Additional Advocate General, the Chairman, Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh, Land Public Prosecutor, Land Deputy Solicitor General, officers of the state, and senior advocate, and colleagues at the bar. We have gathered here today to bid farewell to the Honorable Justice Sri Praveen Kumar, who is tempting the office as a judge of this temple of justice. It is indeed a momentous occasion for all of us, as we have taken a moment to reflect on the contributions and his legacy. Honorable Justice Sri Praveen Kumar was born on February 26, 1961 in Hyderabad. He received his education from the most prestigious institutions in Hyderabad, including Little Flower High School, Little Flower Junior College, Nizam College, and the University College of Law, Usmania University. His late father, Sri Padmanabh Reddy, was one of the most respected and accomplished advocates in the country, known as the poor man's advocate for his unwavering commitment to justice and to the downtrodden. Justice Praveen Kumar enrolled as an advocate on the rolls of the Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh on February 28, 1986, and quickly rose to the prominence as a leading practitioner specializing in criminal law and constitutional matters. His expertise and acumen in these areas have been widely acknowledged by his peers. On June 29, 2012, Honorable Justice Sri Praveen Kumar was elevated as an additional judge of the Andhra Pradesh High Court and was appointed as a permanent judge on December 4, 2013. During his tenure, he has dispensed justice with fairness, impartiality, and a deep sense of commitment in upholding the rule of law. His contributions to the legal profession and the judiciary in Andhra Pradesh are immense, and his legacy will endure for years to come. He was the acting Chief Justice of the newly formed High Court of Andhra Pradesh at Amaravati in 2019. My Lord delivered a number of judgments in various branches of law. In one of the judgments, that is N. Apparao versus State of Andhra Pradesh, while my Lord was dealing with the petition seeking quash, His Lordship held that a public servant cannot be prosecuted under SC/ST Act in the absence of the averments in the FIR showing willful negligence of duties, and the same is an abuse of process of law. In another judgment, that is Yamarti Narasimha Rao versus the District Legal Services Authority, a writ petition was filed aggrieved by the award in the Lok Adalat. My Lord, while presiding a division bench, issued several directions to address the issue of impersonation and forgery of signatures, leading to multiplicity of litigation and defeating the purpose of the very act itself. Those directions aim to ensure that the Lok Adalat process is not misused and the purpose of the act is not defeated. Today marks the retirement of my Lord, who will be remembered for his unwavering commitment to justice, his sincere and ethical approach to the law, and his kindness, particularly junior members of the bar. Throughout his distinguished career, my Lord has been a shining example of professionalism and integrity, earning the respect and admiration. His contributions to the legal field will continue to inspire future generations of lawyers and judges. On behalf of the Andhra Pradesh High Court Advocates Association, I extend our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to